What's up, people? This is Niche Girl 30 here, and before I get into this Q&A, I just want to say that there is not going to be a Raw review this week. And the main reason why is because there is really, absolutely, positively nothing to talk about for this past Raw. It was so boring, I fell asleep, plus I've been under the weather, and I could care less about Raw for this past Monday because it was that lame. So if you guys are expecting a Raw review from me, you're not going to get one. But there is going to be I am going to have my energy minute talking about TNA as well as SmackDown because honestly, SmackDown has been getting a little bit interesting. TNA, not so bad. Um, After watching Mr. Parker's review, I might start watching NXT, but right now I really haven't decided. But regardless of that, there will be no Raw review. So let's get started on this Q&A. Okay, my first set of questions comes from Largest85. Have you sent Cream Crazy any questions for his July Q&A? No, I have not yet because I don't really have any questions to ask him. But if I do, I'm definitely gonna send him some. Hopefully before the, I think it's July 28th. That's his deadline. Maybe I think so. I'll go back and watch that. Um, what is the plan for Karma if she didn't get pregnant and released from WWE? Do you think she's going to feud? Who do you think she's going to feud with in storylines? And be featured in? And do you think she's going to end up being a watered down joke like Brodus Clay and Tensai now? No, I don't think she's going to be a watered down joke. I think she's going to be a really serious heel. Because let's face it, since Beth Phoenix left, there's really no serious heels in the Divas division. So I think they're going to really keep her to be like a serious beast, pretty much almost like Mark Henry. I wouldn't be surprised. And the people that she'd be feuding with is the Bella Twins because that's the last people that she actually had conflict with since they were making fun of her weight and everything. So I really feel that when she comes back, she's going to be gunning for the Bella Twins, and I won't mind that at all. They really do need some really stiff competition. Um, what if Kelly returns to WWE and feuded with AJ, and they end up having a Falls Count Anywhere match, and they ended up fighting all the way backstage, and Kelly climbed up a ladder on top of a building that was 50 feet high. Well, you said long, but I don't know if you meant long or high, but 50 feet high and, or whatever. And AJ followed her up, all her up there, and both these ladies started fighting on the edge of the rooftop. AJ did a powerbomb on Kelly. Both these ladies fell. How would you react? How would you react to see both these ladies once they've landed all the way down there? You the way you actually put this question together was awesome. I just read it horribly, but honestly, that would be spectacular because lately they have really just had the Divas to be models. They're just now beefing up the Divas division, and having them in a Falls Count Anywhere match would be a start. And honestly, I have to say that Caitlyn and AJ's match was pretty much the top of the top that they could ever do the Divas division right now. But them being as extreme as like literally having a Falls Count Anywhere and pulling off uh, um pulling off a Shane McMahon, falling off a really tall building. I don't think they'll pull that off because they're really small. They don't have a lot of padding, and they will be injured badly. So, but if they actually try to do that, I will be shocked if they do. Hopefully, they'll have tons of protection on the bottom. What TNA match and WWE match would you like to see from the superstars and divas for a cross brand show? Um, I have to say for a cross brand show, I would love to see Miss Tessmacher versus who's the top? Miss Tessmacher versus Caitlyn. I would love to see that. Madison Rain versus AJ Lee. And I'm only going with actual TNA reps, not people who were from WWE going to TNA. I would love to see James Storm versus Sheamus. Um, Also, Austin Aries versus CM Punk. And Bobby Roode versus Randy Orton. Yeah, I think those will be a really great matches to watch. That's just me. I'll be excited to see those. But great question, man. Great question. Um, my next set of questions comes from Real Spider-Man Noir fan. How would you react to see if you see a Divas match of both AJ Lee and Caitlyn got sick and puke after? I would not like to see them puke. Like, sorry. I wouldn't like to see John Cena and Punk puke. I don't want to see a wrestler crap his pants either. Cause after seeing Kurt Angle puke milk on somebody, ugh, I'm sorry, that just made me just want to retch. And I don't want to see anyone crap themselves either. Why was Nikki Bella in a wheelchair? Okay, that's something I'm gonna have to figure out. I have no idea why. If it was on this past Raw, I'm probably gonna go back and watch it just to see, because I did fall asleep on half of it. But I don't know. Have you ever played a game where you were getting your butt handed to you by a boss over and over again, and then you finally beat him or her? Yes. 2 games. One, Parasite Eve for the PlayStation 1. I still have not beat that game. The big boss you had to fight, the Parasite's mother. I tried to fight her. I beat her first form. I couldn't beat her second form. I never got to the baby. But all I know is that she was really wicked freaking hard. And I tried to find out every single cheat I could to beat her. Couldn't. Second game, Mortal Kombat. Good grief. That was a really hard game. I tried to beat Shao Kahn. It's so easy to beat Shao Kahn on the ladder mode and also on the tag mode. It's so easy to beat him because all you gotta do is just do one move to spam him. You can't do it during story mode, guys. You can't. Even during medium, you can't. Medium or normal mode, you can't. Hard, you definitely can't. Story, barely. And I barely beat him by the skin of my teeth in easy. So it was really annoying. I was ready to pull my hair out. So yeah, Shao Kahn was hard. Thoughts on Beth Phoenix. I love Beth Phoenix. I really have a lot of respect for her. Her and Chyna. She's probably the second diva, my second favorite diva, because I'm a big fan of strong women. Not only that, she was a very dominant heel for her title reign when she was the women's champion. I think she was women's champion. She was either divas or women's. But either or, I really had a lot of respect for her when she was champion because she had a very dominant title reign. It made me sad that she left because of the lack of competition. But if they did actually team her up with Tamina or have her go against Tamina to see who's the strongest, I think that would be a great feud for her to be in. But unfortunately, they ran out of steam because all the divas were not real wrestlers. And that's just sad. But I have a lot of respect for her. Great questions, man. My next set of questions comes from Real Old Harold. King of the Jungle of Nigeria. That's what he put down. Like, seriously. What do you think of Spinnernet? I think he's cool. He has a lot to talk about. What was the worst games you have ever played in your life? Star Wars the Fighting Game for PlayStation 1. Oh boy. It was cool how you could play as Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, all the classic ones, but they had no transition, they had no story mode, and they had no ending. It sucked. It sucked bad. And it was just a waste of $30. And I was so angry. Okay, who is the best king of the jungle? Real Old Harold or Tarzan? I'll say that you're the best in beating up gorillas. He's the best in swinging on vines. I'll say that. What if you went to meet a wrestler at any wrestler and they puked all over you? Honestly, I don't like puke. What is with puke today? Okay, I would freak out and run. That's what I would do. I don't like puke. It's just gross. Okay, my last set of questions comes from Real Spider-Man who, my bad. Nintendo Fanboy 1988. My bad, dude. My bad, man. What if your boy D came to your house and knocked on your door? He was shot like 50 Cent in the middle of the day. I would not want him to be shot. I would call the ambulance, okay? I would call the ambulance. Thoughts on 50 Cent. He's awesome. He's cool. The reason why he's awesome is not because of only his hip hop. When he came out at first, he was a really great song, very catchy. But I will say this: he had his money work for him. He had his money work for him. He's not working for his money. I have mad props for him. Mad props, dude. Seriously, mad props. Next set of questions comes from thoughts on Kesha. Her being a devil worshiper and a furry. Kesha says a lot of crap. She says a lot of crap just to have people to pay attention to her. I really don't believe a word she says. That's just me. Thoughts on Haman Asana Davari. In their terrorist gimmick. Their terrorist gimmick worked for a while, but the thing is, with 9/11, it really hit home for a lot of people, and it's something that just won't fly now. It just won't. So if they try it, it just won't pan out. So I feel bad, but that's just how it is. It won't work. That was an Armando Alejandro Estrada. I love that guy. Seriously, I loved him. He had the best gimmick ever. But then Alberto Del Rio kind of stole it and gave it to Ricardo Rodriguez to kind of play off on it. So in a way, Del Rio kind of ripped Estrada off. So, but I thought he was a great character. He was okay. I don't think he ever wrestled. I don't remember him wrestling. I think he was a manager, but honestly, he wasn't bad. He was bad. If he wrestled, I can't remember. But I really did like the character. I thought the character had a lot of class, and he was pretty funny with his name and everything. Are you getting an Xbox One or a PS4? Honestly, Xbox has done nothing to win me over. Seriously, they haven't. They've done nothing to win me over. I'm still a little paranoid about my Kinect being on at all times. And honestly, with the Xbox 360, I love my Xbox 360 because it's a lot easier to deal with. I don't want everything to be multimedia. Plus, I don't know whether or not you're able to record your games because I really do want to have playthroughs on my other channel and try to beef that up a little bit. But they really haven't said anything about playthroughs. They haven't said anything about other games. I'm not really interested in getting a PS1. I mean, I'm not interested in getting an Xbox One. I'm not interested at all, especially the fact of how much it's going to cost. And how an Xbox, and how PlayStation 4 it costs less. Not to mention, you can actually record your games, and if you're stuck somewhere, you have a friend online, they can play it for you and show you how. I'm all about the PS4 right now. I might just get that game. See, I might just get that system, and since it costs less, I might get it. But thanks guys for sending me questions. If you have any other questions for me, by all means send it to my YouTube inbox or send it to me via Twitter at RKA30 #NatureGirlQ&A. Thank you guys so much. It's Nature Girl 30 signing off. Peace out. Later.